Ever wonder how the work-life balance in Sweden became one of the best in the world? The answer lies in its robust trade unions. Now let's take a trip back in time to the late 19th century. The Industrial Revolution was in full swing, and it brought about significant changes in Sweden. This was a time of transformation, a time when the Swedish workforce was rapidly evolving. With this evolution came challenges. Long hours, low wages, and poor working conditions were the order of the day. However, as the saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention. The challenging circumstances led to the formation of the first trade unions in Sweden. These early unions were the champions of the workforce, fighting for improved working conditions and better wages. They stood against the tide, advocating for a fairer distribution of wealth and rights for the workers. Their actions laid the groundwork for a movement that would change the face of labor forever. In those early days, the seeds were sown for what would become one of the world's most powerful trade union movements. The rise of the Swedish model in the 20th century is a testament to the power of collective bargaining. Now let's take a look at the Swedish Confederation of Trade Unions, or LO, which was established in 1898. This was a pivotal moment in the history of labor relations in Sweden, setting a new course for workers' rights and welfare. The Swedish model of labor relations was developed in the mid-20th century, a unique system based on cooperation between three key players: the employers, the employees, and the state. This tripartite collaboration is the cornerstone of the Swedish model. What makes it unique is its focus on consensus and compromise, rather than conflict. The employers are represented by their associations, the employees by their trade unions, and the state acts as a mediator, ensuring that both parties' interests are balanced and protected. This cooperative approach led to a significant increase in productivity. But it wasn't just the economy that benefited. The living standards of the Swedish workers witnessed a marked improvement as well. The Swedish model, with its emphasis on dialogue and negotiation, created a new dynamic in labor relations. It promoted social equality and economic stability, ensuring that the fruits of economic growth were shared equitably. The role of trade unions in this model was pivotal. They ensured that the workers' voices were heard, their rights protected, and their welfare prioritized. The Swedish model, with trade unions at its heart, revolutionized the relationship between employers and employees, setting a standard for the rest of the world. But what about today? How do these historical events impact your work-life balance? Let's take a stroll into present-day Sweden. Here, trade unions are far from being relics of the past. In fact, they are a vibrant part of the contemporary labor market, with over 70% of the workforce being union members. That's right, more than 2 out of every 3 workers in Sweden are part of a trade union. This strong presence of unions helps foster a culture of fairness across the board. It's not just about bargaining for higher wages, it's about ensuring equal opportunities, promoting a healthy work environment, and advocating for job security. But it doesn't stop there. Swedish unions are not just about the here and now. They also look to the future, influencing policies that ensure high-quality working conditions for generations to come. They play a key role in shaping labor laws, social security systems, and even education policies. This culture of strong union influence has helped Sweden maintain one of the highest standards of living in the world. It has also led to a work-life balance that is the envy of many other nations. Even if you're not in Sweden, the influence of its trade unions can be felt in workplaces around the globe. So next time you enjoy a paid vacation or a fair work week, remember the role of trade unions in making it possible. So, the next time you clock out after a fair day's work, pause to consider the history that made it possible. Reflect on the power of unity, the strength of solidarity, and the progress that's been made through the collective efforts of the workers who came before us. Think about the role trade unions have played in shaping the working conditions we often take for granted today. Look to the story of Sweden's trade unions as inspiration. Remember how they pioneered a model that balanced the needs of workers and employers, and sparked a revolution in workplace rights. They've shown us that when we stand together, we can effect real meaningful change. Consider how you might contribute to this ongoing story. How could you advocate for your rights and those of your colleagues? Remember, every fair wage, every safe workspace, every reasonable hour is a testament to the power of collective action. This is the legacy of trade unions in Sweden, and it's a legacy worth fighting for wherever you are.